The Kweebec are one of the coolest new species to come from Hytale, which is why I'll be surviving as the Kweebec for the next 100 days. I'll overcome impossible obstacles, fight new insane monsters, and use my magic to communicate with the creatures of Orbis. Will I be able to defeat the Fire Steel Golem, or will he burn everything to ash? It was time to find out, as I spawned into a Kweebec village as a baby seedling. My parents were standing by my side as I took in the beautiful sights of the forest around me for the first time.
Welcome to Orbis, my son. We can't wait to show you all this world has to offer.
Suddenly, flames began to spread through the village, causing my people to run in panic.
What's going on? Our home is burning!
Without warning, the terrifying Fire Steel Golem stomped into our lands, using his fiery powers to burn everything in his path.
Run away, pathetic Kweebec. I'll be turning all of Orbis into an ashen wasteland.
Using his abilities, the Golem tore our village to pieces. It was chaos!
Charge, men!
Our best Kweebec warriors jumped into action, but their spears were no match for the Golem's ferocious flames as he took them down as they tried to retreat.
None of you will remain. This world will be consumed by fire.
The Golem turned his sights onto me and my mom, but my dad jumped in, ready to fight.
I won't let you hurt my family!
Armed with his razor leaf spear, my dad took on the Fire Steel Golem himself. He used his strength to try and defeat him, but it was no use. He was quickly struck to the side with a fatal blow.
Honey!
Out of my way!
The Golem closed in, killing my mom in cold blood. Mom! Dad!
Max, you must find the Forgotten Temple and fulfill your destiny. It's the only way you can stop this madness.
The Fire Steel Golem executed him, leaving me as the last survivor of my people.
Not a single Kweebec will remain. You're next.
I ran for my life as the Fire Steel Golem came after me. On day 2, I was being chased through the burning forest, trying to escape the massive fiery beast behind me. The Fire Steel Golem used his attacks to try and strike me down. Luckily, I was able to use my seedling form to roll out of the way, dodging his attacks for now.
Hold still, you little pest.
Soon, I found myself in a secondary Kweebec village that had already been ravaged by the Golem's power. There has to be something around here that can help me. Anything! Just then, I spotted a wooden Kweebec staff lying on the ground. What's this? It's almost as if it's calling to me. I picked up the staff, and to my surprise, immense energy took over my body. I grew into an even bigger size, gaining a torso and new incredible powers. I was now a Kweebec Sproutling. The Fire Golem closed in on me, but the area had already been burnt to ash. I had to think quick. I climbed up the ladder behind me and turned to face the monster. Come on, staff, don't let me down. I unleashed the power of my new weapon, hitting the Golem directly, but it didn't seem like it did anything until a flock of crows swooped down to attack him. Whoa, cool. Looks like I can control the animals of the forest with this. My plan seemed to work, and I used the opportunity to run away and find a spot to hide. So this is just a taste of my true power. I wonder what else us Kweebecs are capable of. I couldn't get too comfortable. The Golem continued to stomp through the area, determined to find me at all costs.
Where did you run, little Kweebec?
I can't stay here. I better keep moving. I took my chance to escape the area as the Golem continued to search for me. I moved through the world until I finally stumbled upon the entrance to a magnificent temple. This must be the Forgotten Temple my dad told me about. Maybe I can take cover inside of here. I ran into the depths of the structure, but to my horror, the room had already been overrun by the Fire Steel Golem's men. The portal was impossible to reach. How am I supposed to get past these guys?
There's the Kweebec! Burn him to ash!
The enemies turned their sights on me, and I braced myself for battle. On day 3, I was locked in combat with the Fire Steel Golem's men. They used their powerful flame swords on me, dealing significant damage to my grass body. Their fire was super effective against me. I was managing to take some of them down, but more showed up as I continued to fight.
Surrender! You'll never defeat us!
You may have flames, but I have the power of life. I unleashed the full power of my new staff, causing the room to tremble and summoning a horde of rats into the area. The rats were fighting for me and attacking the fire minions, forcing them to flee.
Get these things away from me!
Now's my chance. That portal is mine. I went to enter, but before I could, a terrifying flame crystal golem dropped in my way, crushing the portal to pieces.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I braced myself as the new enemy came after me with his strength. His strength was crushing compared to the minions I had faced before. I tried my best to fend him off, but it was no use. He was too powerful to defeat in my current state. This is bad. I need to get out of here.
Kweebec, over here! Hurry!
Just as I thought I was done for, I heard a voice calling for me. I turned and spotted an earth golem beckoning me towards a hiding place.
Come with me. I know where we can hide.
I managed to hit the enemy with a swift attack, buying me enough time to follow the golem's lead. On days 4 through 7, I arrived at the other end of the secret passage where the earth golem stood waiting for me.
I'm glad I found you when I did. You're the last hope in saving Orbis for my brother.
Wait, you and the Fire Steel Golem are related? What's going on? Why is he doing this?
Allow me to explain. Here in Orbis, the golems are protectors of the sacred temples. We use our powers to keep this place safe, but my Fire Steel brother grew tired of his role as guardian. In rebellion against us, he decided he wanted all of Orbis for himself. He abandoned his post and began to consume everything in flames. He won't be satisfied until everything is ash. Legend says that the pure heart of a Kweebec makes it the only creature able to stop his wrath. You must find my brothers and reach your full power. Only then will we be able to stop the Fire Steel Golem and save this world.
That must be why my dad told me to come here. If that's the case, then I'll do anything I can to help. I will avenge my people!
Then you're going to need this.
The earth golem handed me a mysterious totem, causing a newfound power to surge through me. I grew even bigger in size, my green body shifting into a mature brown wood. I was now a Kweebec sapling with more health and new abilities. Whoa, this is incredible! Thank you! Suddenly, the room around us shook violently as the terrifying flame crystal golem entered the area. We had been discovered.
Found you! You won't escape me a second time.
I prepared for battle as the monster charged towards us. On days 8 through 10, I was once again locked in combat with the terrifying flame crystal golem. But fortunately, I now had access to my new razor leaf daggers. I managed to endure the heat of his fists, fighting back with my awesome dual weapon. I was able to strike swiftly into my foe while even gaining the ability to jump higher and slash from above.
You've gotten stronger, but not strong enough.
Suddenly, the beast equipped a flaming sword and struck me with it, leaving me vulnerable. He was still too strong. Uh-oh. I don't think I can hold on much longer.
So long, Kweebec.
Just as I thought I was done for, the earth golem jumped into battle, coming to my defense.
You won't defeat our last hope for the world.
The golem used his overwhelming strength to try and strike down the fiery boss before us, but the beast refused to let up. My ally did everything in his power to weaken the foe, using his spinning strikes and heavy punches to dwindle the flame golem's health.
You pest! Out of my way!
I watched as the battle unfolded before me, but despite the earth golem's best efforts, he wasn't strong enough to defeat the monster. Come on, earth golem, don't give up!
Find my brother, the sand golem. You mustn't die here, chosen one.
The earth golem continued to fight as I ran for the exit. As I was about to leave, I watched as the flame golem struck down my ally. I couldn't let his sacrifice be in vain. I ran while I still had the chance, narrowly escaping his wrath. On days 11 through 14, I escaped back into the forest of the Emerald Wilds, but I knew that the Fire Steel Golem's men were still nearby. I'm hurt from battle, and hungry. I won't get very far like this. I need to find food. I kept moving through the area until I spotted a carrot in the distance. Perfect! That'll give me just the boost I need. I ran towards the dangling food, but as I grabbed a hold of it, the ground caved in under my feet. I had fallen into a trap. Ah! What is this? Before I could get my bearings, a terrifying Trork walked over above me.
Well, look what we have here. A little Kweebec. You're coming with me.
I was taken from the trap and thrown into a cage within the Trork camp. What do you want with me?
Us Trorks get hungry too. We're gonna cook you up in a fine meal.
No way! I'm getting out of here! I unleashed the full extent of my weapons, but it was no use. The cage wouldn't budge.
Struggle all you want. You won't escape yet.
This is bad. I need to find a way out of this mess before I'm cooked! On days 15 through 17, I continued to try and find a way out of the cage, but despite my best efforts, it seemed like I was really stuck.
You're wasting your energy. There's no way a Kweebec is strong enough to break this trap.
Suddenly, I noticed that I wasn't alone in here. A Faran had also been captured by the Trorks. There has to be a way. I can't die here.
The only thing strong enough to break us free and defeat the Trorks would be a bear. And there's no way one of those things would work with us.
I wouldn't count us out yet. I have to try. I focus hard on the world around me, getting in touch with my Kweebec powers and nature. Forces of the great Emerald Wilds, please, come and help me! Suddenly, the ground trembled beneath our feet as a rampaging bear entered the Trork camp. My powers had worked. I communicated with the wildlife of the forest.
What the? Get out of here, you beast!
The bear charged in, and even more arrived from different corners of the camp to aid in the fight. Whoa, my powers! They're working! Using their massive strength, the bears attacked, taking them down one by one. The bears were too powerful and managed to take them all down. Soon enough, one of the bears broke me and the Faran free from the cage and left the camp.
I can't believe it. It actually worked. You must be the Kweebec destined to save the world.
That's what I was trying to tell you. I need to find the sand golem to reach my full strength.
The Sand Temple is just north of here. You can find the golem there, but you better hurry. Trork reinforcements will be here any second.
Thanks for the help. With my new lead, I set off, escaping the camp before I could be recaptured. On days 18 through 21, I finally arrived at the Sand Temple within Zone 2 thanks to the help of my Faran ally. The Sand Golem must be close. I better pick up the pace. I entered the depths of the temple, but unfortunately, I was too late. Across a massive spike pit was the Sandstone Golem trapped in a cage by the Fire Steel Golem's minion, the Flame Golem. The Flame Golem beat me here. I better lay low.
You won't get away with this! Oh, but I already have! That Kweebec will never reach the portal to the Forgotten Temple.
He's gonna destroy the portal here too? I need to save the Sand Golem and stop him before it's too late! I waited for the Flame Golem to leave the area, giving me my chance to finally come out from hiding.
Kweebec, you made it! Please, help me out of here!
Hang on! I'm coming! I used the platforms around me to navigate over the spiky terrain, trying my best to avoid the dangers below. One wrong step and I'll be done for! I managed to make it across the obstacles to the Sandstone Golem locked on the other side. Using my powers, I freed the Golem from his prison.
Amazing work, little Kweebec. I see you've met my brother, the Earth Golem.
I did. He sent me here to gather your power, so I could help defeat the Fire Steel Golem.
Say less. He's been on a rampage throughout Orbis. I'm ready to help.
The Sand Golem placed down another mysterious totem, causing my form to once again shift into something even more powerful. Armor manifested onto my body, giving me more power and protection for my upcoming journey. I was now a Kweebec Razor Leaf. Wow, thanks Sand Golem. I won't let you down. Before I could get used to my new form, the ground shook under our feet. The Flame Golem had returned.
You again! You won't get away with this!
The time to prove myself was now. I braced myself for battle as we engaged in a rematch. On days 22 through 25, I was fighting it out against the Flame Golem. But this time, I wasn't gonna let him defeat me. I was showing him my full power. He tried to strike me down with his amazing strength, but thanks to my new form and shield, I was able to endure the hits and take on even his most powerful punches. Now it's my turn. I fought back with my new Razor Leaf sword, catching the fiery monster off guard. He tried as hard as he could, but I was beginning to get an edge in this fight.
No, this is impossible! You're just a pathetic plant mob!
No, I'm the chosen Kweebec. With one final blow, I was able to defeat the enemy once and for all, finally clearing the path for the portal ahead of me.
Now's your chance. Go to the Forgotten Temple.
Oh no, you don't, brother.
Suddenly, the Fire Steel Golem himself crashed into the room and began blasting his firepower, breaking the portal to pieces.
No!
You've grown since I last saw you, but I'll make sure you don't get out of here alive.
The Golem began to close in, ready to land a deadly blow. However, the Sandstone Golem jumped in front of me, ready to defend.
You'll have to go through me first, brother. Kweebec, you need to get out of here. Find the Farron village. They'll help you get your next upgrade.
The Sandstone Golem pointed me towards a secret entrance, ushering me towards it. But what about you?
I'll hold him off as long as I can. Just go! Hurry!
I listened to the Golem and rushed through the exit while I still had the chance. On days 26 through 28, I made my escape through the Sandstone Golem's secret passage. But as I moved deeper inside, something didn't feel right. There were strange eggs strewn all about the underground cavern. What's going on here? It looks like an infestation. Suddenly, a horde of Skarak soldiers flew towards me with their fangs bared. I knew what was going on now. I had walked into a Skarak cave.
The Kweebec is here. Get him!
The swarm turned their sights on me, using their numbers to try and claw me to pieces. Luckily, I was armed with my Kweebec weapons, allowing me to keep them at bay for now. I struck down the pests, buying me a bit of time to breathe. The Skaraks are here? What do they want? Before I could get my bearings, a Skarak creeped up on me from behind, determined to strike me down where I stood.
You're mine now.
Oh no, you don't!
A swift attack with his spear took down the bug, revealing the Faran I had met back at the Turok camp.
You okay?
Thanks to you, I am. But what's going on here? I thought this path would take me to your village.
It would have, but the Skaraks have come back to enslave our people. We could use the help of the chosen Kweebec.
Then leave it to me. But I could use something to give me an edge. These guys are tough.
I think I know just the weapon that can help, but it's not going to be easy to get with the Skaraks crawling around.
I'm always up for a challenge. Let's move. On days 29 through 32, I followed my Faran ally to the entrance of their village. Just as they had said, it was entirely overrun with Skaraks. Sheesh, they're everywhere. If they find us, we're gonna get swarmed.
You have to lay low, but if you can get to the center of the village, you'll be able to find your next totem. With that upgrade, those Skaraks won't stand a chance.
Then you stay here. I'm going in. I laid low and began my infiltration of the Faran village. Using the structures around me, I stealthed from area to area, trying to stay out of sight of the Skaraks around me. One of the soldiers flew in overhead, forcing me under cover before it was too late. Luckily, I was able to stay hidden. I just need to get a bit closer. I continued moving until I finally reached the center of the village where the upgrade was being held. There was now only one problem. It was being heavily guarded by Skarak guards. I need a distraction, but I think I know just what to do. I picked up some rubble from the ground and tossed it in the opposite direction of the upgrade, causing the guards to turn away.
Intruders incoming. Get them.
The Skaraks flew towards my direction, leaving the upgrade open for the taking. This was my chance. You're mine now. I moved in towards the upgrade, but before I could reach it, a stray guard stopped me in my tracks.
Halt! You're not going anywhere!
I braced myself as the angry guard came after me. On days 33 through 35, I was fighting against the Skarak guard in a desperate attempt to reach my next upgrade. He came after me with his claw attacks, proving he was far stronger than the other mobs I had faced. I fought back with everything I had, but even with my powers, the Skarak was too strong. If I was gonna win this, I needed the upgrade. I just have to reach it. I made my move for the upgrade, but the Skarak was able to use his wings to snatch it first, taking to the skies.
Haha! You'll never catch me up here.
He won't have to when I'm done with you.
Just as all hope was lost, my Faran ally joined me in battle, hitting the enemy out of the sky with a surprise twister attack.
Max, grab the upgrade.
I took my chance to claim the upgrade, causing the power to surge through me. I grew even larger in size and gained more incredible powers. I was officially a Kweebec rootling.
No, the Kweebec. He got the totem.
That's right. And now you pests will leave for good. Using my new spear, I struck down the Skaraks in the village to reclaim it for the Farans. We both used our weapons to slay the remaining enemies lurking around to dwindle their numbers. The other guards tried to come to aid, but I was able to clear the village of the pests, saving the Faran village.
Thank you for your help. Please keep that upgrade as a token of our gratitude.
Of course. Now I just need to find where the sand golem is. I hope he's okay. Just then, another Faran ran towards us in a panic.
The sand golem just came to the village, but he's in bad shape. I'm not sure how much longer he has to live.
Oh no, this is bad. Take me to him, now! On days 36 through 39, I followed the Faran to where the sandstone golem was being held. Just as they had said, he looked like he was in bad shape.
His battle with the Fire Steel Golem left him weak. He can't hang on much longer.
As a Kweebec, I'm one with nature. Leave this to me. I got to work growing a small makeshift farm. Although growing plants normally took some time, I was able to use my Kweebec magic to cultivate the land quickly. After some hard work, I managed to grow the ingredients I needed to craft a health potion for my wounded ally. Hang in there, Sandstone Golem. This'll help. I gave the golem the potion, and to my relief, he was able to speak again.
Max, you saved me.
Hey there! I'm happy my powers could heal you. What happened? Are you okay?
My brother, the Fire Steel Golem. He's getting stronger by the day. You need to go to Zone 3 and find the next upgrade. It's the only way you can reach your full power before he becomes unstoppable.
But what about you? You're too weak to leave alone.
The Firan will stay here and watch him. Go on with your quest, brave Kweebec. You're Orbis's last hope.
Suddenly, we heard sounds of fire erupt in the distance. We realized that the Fire Steel Golem's minions had overtaken the Faran village.
They're here. Hurry, go south towards the tundra before they find you.
Thank you for your help. I won't let you down. I took my chance to move while I still could, determined to stop the madness before it was too late. On days 40 through 43, I followed the Faran's directions and arrived inside of the tundra biome as night began to fall. I have to find that upgrade, but it could be anywhere around here. What was that? I followed the noise and discovered a penguin cornered by a hungry Arctic wolf.
Hold still. I just want to eat ya.
I taste terrible. Leave me alone.
I must be able to understand them because of my Kweebec powers. I better help them out. I quickly intervened, using my abilities to make the wolf back off. Hey, pick on someone your own size.
I'm out of here. Nut.
The penguin waddled off in a frenzy, but this was far from over. The wolf turned towards me in a fit of rage.
You let my dinner escape. You'll pay.
The wolf then howled towards the moon and underwent a terrifying transformation. His body swelled in size as he gained immense strength and stood onto his hind legs. He was now a werewolf. I just wanted to help that little penguin.
Well, you're going to regret that. You're my dinner now.
I braced myself as the ferocious beast lunged at me. I used my same Kweebec magic and weapons to try and fend him off, but in his new werewolf form, he was bigger and faster than before. I couldn't keep up. That's it! I have to move! I made a run for it as the wolf gave chase. He wasn't gonna let me escape easily. On days 44 through 46, I was being pursued through the icy tundra by the terrifying werewolf. Although I was fast, he was faster, and even worse, knew the terrain better than me. Everywhere I turned, the werewolf was waiting. Maybe I can hide here? Ah! I managed to land a spear attack, buying me enough time to escape. But it was clear I needed to find a place to hide fast. Is that a camp over there? Maybe that would work. I ran towards the camp and found shelter inside, waiting for the predator to stop chasing me. Did I lose him?
Leave at once, intruder.
Suddenly, a couple of ice skeletons emerged with their weapons in hand. This wasn't just any camp, it was a skeleton camp. The undead mobs within the camp began to swarm towards me, ready to kill. I fought back with everything I had, knocking them down one after the other. However, the ruckus was loud enough to attract the attention of the werewolf once more. He stormed into the camp, ready to capture me.
You won't escape.
I finished off the last of the skeletons and ran deeper into the camp to avoid the werewolf. I tried to take cover in one of the structures, but wound up nearly falling into a pitfall trap. It was a close call, but it gave me the perfect idea. Hey, Furface! Over here! Just as I had planned, the werewolf came after me without another thought, falling straight into the spike trap. He met his demise, leaving a teleporter he had dropped before falling in his wake. I placed it down and watched as it lit up in front of me. Where does this thing lead? I heard the sound of skeletons approaching over the horizon. Unsure of where it would take me, I jumped inside. On days 47 through 50, I arrived at the other end of the teleporter to find myself in front of a woodland statue. The power from this thing is strong. Could this be what the Sandstone Golem wanted me to find? I approached the statue and interacted with it, causing magic energy to spawn from it. The magic energy entered my body, increasing my strength and giving me a brand new bow weapon. Whoa, my power is growing by the second. If I keep this up, I might just be able to stop the Fire Steel Golem.
Nobody will stop the great Fire Steel Golem.
Just then, a terrifying flaming skull approached me from above.
Your journey ends here, Kweebec. I'll never let you reach the Frost Temple.
You think I'm gonna stop here? I'm just getting started. The enemy unleashed his fiery attacks on me, determined to prove just how tough he really was. I used my new bow to try and take on the flaming skull, but he was stronger than the other minions I had faced. I couldn't get an advantage. The skull monster flew around the area, blasting his powers from above as I ran around to dodge. Luckily, my latest upgrade gave me a ranged weapon, giving me a better chance during the fight. It wasn't enough though, as the skull monster was very powerful and not taking much damage from my attacks. Things went from bad to worse as he shot a fire blast that left me vulnerable. With nothing else to do, I put my legs to the test and bolted off into the snow.
Get back here, you coward!
On days 51 through 54, I ran through the tundra as the fiery skull demon tried to capture me. He tried to slow me down with more of his fireball attacks, but I managed to dodge the incoming fire as I ran. To get him off my tail, I stopped to land a good hit on him with my bow, allowing me to slip away for now. I took my chance to seek cover inside of a nearby Outlander's camp where I could hide as the fiery minion was surely to come look for me. As I hid behind some walls, the monster slipped inside after me.
Where are you hiding, Kweebec?
Right here, you flamin' freak! Aimed with my bow, I fired from my hiding spot, striking him down with a fatal hit. I finally was able to come out on top. The Fire Steel Golem's forces are ruthless, but he did mention the temple being nearby. That could be my next lead.
Who goes there?
Just then, I turned to find that I'd been discovered by an Outlander brute. I was just leaving.
Nobody comes into Outlander land and lives. Die!
The Outlander brute came after me with their axe weapon, forcing me out of their camp. Luckily, I was able to spot a cave which I slipped into for shelter. Why does everything here want to kill me? That wasn't my stomach. I watched as a towering Yeti made its way toward me. If I wasn't able to defeat the Outlanders, the Yeti was guaranteed to be 10 times worse. Ah! On days 55 through 57, I ran deeper into the ice caves as I tried to escape the Yeti monster. I bobbed and weaved around the obstacles of the cave, but the Yeti was catching up quickly. Oh, this can't be how it ends! Ah! Soon, I arrived in another part of the cave, where icy platforms were floating on the surface of the water. It looks like this is the only way out. I need to move! I began to platform over the ice, making my way towards the other side of the watery depths. However, I was too reckless and accidentally slipped. I plunged under the water as the Yeti entered the cave behind me. He can't see me under the water. I just need to hold my breath. I tried my best to stay still, but as I did, a disgusting fish monster swam up against me.
Oh my god! What is that thing?
I bursted out of the water and made it to the exit of the cave as the Yeti roared from the other side. Just keep moving! Just keep moving! At last, I managed to escape the cave and continued running to find a safe spot to hide. As I ran though, I managed to run into the ice temple waiting for me. I had wound up just where I needed to go. Here it is, the Frost Temple! I hurried off inside, hoping that the Yeti would lose me in the process. On days 58 through 61, I entered the basement of the Frost Temple, and to my relief, there wasn't a single fire minion in sight. Looks like I finally got here before the Fire Golem. But that's strange. The portal is missing. Suddenly, the massive ice golem walked forward to greet me.
That's because it needs your power to be summoned.
Whoa, you must be the ice golem. Your brothers told me about you.
That's right. And you're the Kweebec who's going to help us. You must activate this portal and reach the Forgotten Temple if you want your next upgrade.
But how am I supposed to do that?
You just need to find 3 special plants. A lavathorn plant, a red feather leaf, and a red rafflesia. If you get these ingredients, I will repair the portal for you.
Hey, that sounds simple enough.
Don't get too confident. The Fire Steel Golem is trying to hunt you down at all costs. He won't make finding these ingredients easy.
Suddenly, the area trembled around us as if things were beginning to heat up. Something was wrong. Is it just me, or is it getting hotter? Flames erupted under my feet as fire began to consume my body.
Oh no! They found you! Run!
Ah! I tried to make a run for it, but it was no use. The force of the fire magic took over and I vanished into the unknown. On days 62 through 64, I appeared inside of the depths of a fire cave surrounded by steel bars. Standing on the other side was my arch enemy, the Fire Steel Golem.
Finally, I've got you right where I want you.
Let me go, you monster!
Monster? I'm just taking what's rightfully mine.
Orbis belongs to all creatures, not just the fire mobs. You'd think a guardian would understand that.
I renounced that title the minute I began the rebellion. You selfish mobs take us golems for granted, but not anymore. This land will be ruled by none other than me when I'm done.
That's assuming I don't stop you first.
I will admit, you have ambition, but if you really think I'll let you escape again, you're mistaken.
The heat began to pick up, setting my feet on fire. Luckily, I managed to put it out for now, saving me from death. Ow! Hot! Hot!
Let's see how strong you are when you're burnt to a crisp. So long, Kweebec.
The Fire Steel Golem took his leave, but the clock was ticking for me. I needed to find a way out of this cage before more flames appeared in it. Maybe an animal nearby can help. Come to me, creatures of Orbis! I use my Kweebec powers to send out an SOS, summoning a fire snail into the area.
Oh. Hey there, man.
Oh, hey, you think you could help a mob out?
I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work.
I could grow you something tasty. How about this apple in exchange for your help?
Wait, did you say an apple? We don't have food like that down here. You got yourself a deal.
The snail used his magma body to melt the bars, freeing me from my prison. I kept my end of the deal and handed over the precious food.
Thanks. I'm saving this for later.
And I'm gonna get out of here before that golem finds me. Time to fix that portal. On days 65 through 67, I traversed the fiery underground caves in search of a way back to the surface. As I made my way through the depths, however, I soon caught sight of one of the ingredients I needed stranded on the other side of a lava pit. No more slip-ups. If I touch that lava, I'll burn. I locked in and began to parkour over the dangerous terrain. Each jump could have been my last, but thankfully I was able to reach the other side, claiming the first ingredient. 1 down, 2 to go. Before I could leave, one of the fire golem's minions emerged before me. I had been spotted.
Looks like the Kweebec escaped. You won't get past me.
Looks like I have company. The two of us quickly jumped into battle, trading hit after hit. But even with the upgrades I had gotten over my journey, the enemy refused to back down.
You won't escape this place.
Maybe not alone, but I have the creatures of Orbis to help me. I used my animal conjuring abilities to call in for backup. However, the creatures that came into my aid were untamable. I had attracted the horrific magma toad. Holy queeb, not this guy! Why did it have to be a toad? He's too strong for any of us!
Everyone run! The magma toad is approaching!
Terrified by my own creation, the minion and I ran away as the magma toad leapt towards our direction. I had to hightail it out of there. On days 68 through 72, I escaped the fiery depths of the caves and found myself inside of the wastes of Zone 4. At least I'm out of that cave. I better find the last 2 ingredients and fix that portal. I began my search of the area, hoping to find the rest of the items I needed. Luckily enough, I found the next ingredient growing on the side of a cliff. I'm just missing 1 more. I made my way down the cliffside when suddenly I felt a chill run down my spine. Something was watching me, but I didn't know what. Hello? I turned around and discovered a haunting wraith was hovering over me.
A Kweebec has found my red feather leaf. For stealing from my lands, I will take your soul.
I took out my weapons and tried to fight the monster off as it rushed towards me, but to my horror, they phased right through his body. Nothing I was doing did any damage to the wraith. I continued to try and fend for myself, but this was a battle I couldn't win.
Your soul will be mine.
With no way to fight back, I was forced to make a run for it as the wraith pursued me through the wastes. I tried to shake him off using the terrain around me to my advantage, but the ghostly mob was able to fly through everything that laid in my path. At this rate, I'll be captured! I need to pick up the pace. Suddenly, I spotted my ticket out of this mess. A skeleton horse was roaming the area. Time to hitch a ride. I hopped on the back of my new mount, but to my surprise, the horse knocked me off and kicked me back.
Unhand me! I won't be your pet!
Please, just let me ride on your back. It's the only way I'll get away from that wraith.
Wait, you're the chosen Kweebec. Oh, this is perfect. I'll help you, but you have to do something for me.
I'll do anything. Just hurry and tell me.
Use your Kweebec powers to help lift my dark curse, turning me back to a normal horse.
I have the power to do that?
I mean, if you can't, then I'll just let your soul get eaten.
Okay, deal. Now let's go, please. I hopped on the back of my newest ally and took off, hoping together we would escape the incoming wraith. On days 73 through 75, the skeleton horse and I arrived at another location in the wastes. We were able to get away from the wraith for now. As I hopped back down, the horse nearly kicked me in the face. Hey, did you just try to kick me?
Sorry, force of habit.
That could have been really bad. Thanks for the help.
Hey, this isn't over yet. Remember our deal? You need to lift my curse now.
Oh, right. But, how do I do that?
By defeating that guy over there.
The skeleton horse pointed in the direction of another haunting mob. It was a terrifying void eye. What? That thing looks even scarier than the wraith.
Well, you should have thought about that before taking my deal. Back out now, and I'll call that monster over here myself.
Whoa, let's not jump to extremes. Leave it to me. With no other option, I moved forward to face the void eye head on as the horse took cover. Hey, did you happen to put a curse on a skeleton horse?
Yeah, what's it to ya, little Kweebec?
Little? Hey, undo the curse right now and I won't have to hurt you.
I don't take orders from mobs, not even the chosen Kweebec. Your soul is mine.
I braced myself as the nightmarish beast came after me with his attacks. I fought back with everything I had, using my Kweebec powers to try and one-up him. But he was powerful. He would summon minions to fight for him. These guys were no joke too, as they hit hard and used their numbers to their advantage. Though he would also send out his own void energy blast at me, making this one of my hardest fights so far. I charged forward to land the finishing blow, defeating the monster once and for all. Once the coast was clear, the skeleton horse approached me from out behind cover.
Kweebec, you did it! Give me the void essence that they dropped, quickly!
Sure thing, buddy.
I could feel the curse lifting!
I used the essence of the void and watched as its magic surrounded the skeleton horse. With a flash, he finally transformed back into his normal horse self.
My hair, my skin, I'm beautiful! Thank you. Please take this as a token of my gratitude.
To my surprise, I was given the final ingredient I was missing. This is it! I can finally repair the portal! I better hurry before it's too late. Thank you, friend! I then ran off, ready to continue my adventure. On days 76 through 79, I returned to the Ice Temple to find the Ice Golem waiting for me inside.
You're alive. Did you manage to find the ingredients?
Sure did. Let's get this portal up and running. I handed over all 3 ingredients, allowing the golem to get to work. I watched as he used the items to restore life to the portal, opening the path forward to the Forgotten Temple. Time to find out what secrets lie behind this portal. At long last, I passed through the portal. I arrived at a beautiful temple full of life. Standing just ahead of me was a statue. Whoa, this place is incredible.
Welcome, chosen Kweebec. At last, we finally meet.
Who are you?
I'm the guardian of the Forgotten Temple, and I already know who you are. You are here to reach your full power, no?
Yes. I need to get strong enough to stop the Fire Steel Golem from destroying Orbis.
I have a blessing for you that could help. Please, take this strength.
Suddenly, power was imbued within me, causing my greatest transformation so far. My body grew even larger and more powerful as I gained strength unlike anything I could have imagined. Whoa, I've never felt so strong. Like this, surely I can fight the Fire Steel Golem.
You'll need the ultimate weapon. It's a mythical blade strong enough to break through any golem's impassable armor. I would start by seeking out the Thunder Golem in the devastated lands.
The ultimate weapon is in the devastated lands, huh? Thanks for the info.
Just then, I turned to find that one of the Fire Steel Golem's men had been listening to us the whole time. Before I could act, the Emberwolf was able to escape the area with his new intel intact. I chased after the Emberwolf while I still had the chance. On days 80 through 83, I soon arrived in the devastated lands in hopes of finding the runaway minion. I have to stop him before he's able to reach the ultimate weapon.
Are you talking about me?
Suddenly, I spotted the Emberwolf looming behind me. It was a trap.
You'll never defeat the mighty Fire Steel Golem. Submit to defeat!
I won't fall to the likes of you. I will avenge my people. I unleashed my new abilities onto the Emberwolf, trying to strike him down where he stood. The monster came after me with his fiery slash attacks, but thanks to my new buff form, I was able to endure his powerful hits. We fought back and forth, but in the devastated lands, I was in his domain.
You may be big, but you'll still burn!
The battle raged on, but the beast was able to navigate the lava pits of the area, giving him an edge. He forced me to the peak of the volcano, where I had nowhere to turn.
Nowhere to run, Kweebec! It's time to die!
The Emberwolf pounced onto me, pushing both of us off the edge and into the depths of the volcano. Ah! On days 84 through 86, I plummeted down into the volcano, expecting to meet my end. But to my surprise, I plunged into water instead, breaking my fall. I lived! But, ouch! Looks like the Emberwolf died from that fall. Now, where did I end up? This is not what I was expecting at the bottom of a volcano. I took in my surroundings and realized I was now in a new biome full of ancient plants and animals. It was as if I had been teleported back in time. Wow, this place is amazing! Hi there, little guy. Maybe you can help me. I tried to use my Kweebec powers to communicate with the dinosaur, but to my horror, the beast became enraged. Ah! The the raptor snapped at me with his jaws, forcing me to run away before I became his next meal. These dinosaurs are too ancient! Not even my Kweebec powers can get through them! The raptor gave chase, but I managed to spot a cave where I could take cover and hopped inside. The raptor ran by, losing sight of me, giving me a moment to get my bearings. This place is nothing like the surface. I'm gonna have to be careful with every move I make.
Who dares enter my domain?
Suddenly, I heard a deep voice speaking out to me. I turned around and discovered that I was in the presence of the Thunder Golem. Wait, this is perfect! I was looking for you!
Your kind isn't welcome here.
Without warning, the Golem attacked. On days 87 through 89, I was locked in combat with the Thunder Golem as he pushed me out of his home. I wasn't sure why he was attacking me, but I did my best to try and get through to him. Stop! I don't want to fight! I'm supposed to be your ally!
I'm not like my brothers. I won't blindly follow you.
The Thunder Golem continued his attacks, forcing my hand. I had no choice but to fight back with my own abilities to keep myself alive. We traded hit after hit, but we were evenly matched. The battle came to a stalemate. You don't understand. I need your help to get the first half of the ultimate weapon. It's the only way I can stop the Fire Steel Golem from destroying Orbis.
If you wish to take the first half of the weapon, you must prove yourself to me.
I'll do anything. Just tell me how.
Tame a cave rex. If the ancient creatures here are willing to listen to you, then so will I.
But I wasn't even able to speak to a raptor. How am I supposed to tame an apex predator?
That's a problem for you to resolve. Do not come back here until you complete your mission.
The Thunder Golem then left me to return back to his cave. Looks like I have my work cut out for me. Time to tame a cave rex. On days 90 through 92, I navigated the ancient terrain of the underground world until I finally discovered a massive cave rex walking by. I decided to stay hidden as the beast stomped away from me. Okay, Max, watch him closely. I'm sure there's a way I can win his favor. I followed the dinosaur through the biome, trying to find out how I could possibly tame him. Just then, I noticed that he seemed to take interest in one of the trees. Is there something up there at once? I better take a closer look. When the coast was clear, I climbed up the tree and realized that inside of it was a pterodactyl nest full of eggs. The cave rex must be trying to reach these eggs. Maybe I can tame him with his favorite food. I snagged the eggs for myself, but before I could leave with them, the pterodactyl mother returned to her nest. Sorry, ma'am, the fate of the world rests on these eggs. She started pecking at me with her large beak, but I managed to jump out of the tree and escape before she did some major damage to me. I slipped behind cover to get away from the angry mother and found the cave rex standing in a clearing. It was now or never, but I only had one shot. All right, here goes nothing. I slowly approached the dinosaur as he took notice of me. Nice, cave rex? I have something for you. I handed the rex the nest of the eggs I had taken, and to my surprise, his aggressive behavior vanished. He gobbled it up, instantly becoming my friend. See? I'm your friend. You mind convincing that mean old Thunder Golem to help me out? Perfect. Let's go get that first piece. The rex then followed me as we made our way back to the Thunder Golem. On days 93 through 95, I returned to the Thunder Golem's cave with my new cave rex by my side.
I have to say I'm impressed. I've never seen anyone coexist with a cave rex.
That's why I'm the chosen one. Now, do you think I can have the first half of the weapon?
You completed my quest. So yes, here's my end of the deal.
The Thunder Golem handed me the first half of the ultimate weapon and I grabbed it. I instantly felt its power, gaining a boost in my strength. I'm so close now! I can feel it! Once I get the final piece of the weapon, I'll reach my full power! Suddenly, the ground around began to tremble. Something wasn't right. What's going on?
Where are you hiding, you pesky Kweebec? Oh no, my brother has found us. You must leave before he captures you.
But what about the other piece? I need your help to find it!
Look within yourself and the answer will become clear. Now go!
The Thunder Golem opened up a secret passage back to the surface. I quickly fled through it, before the Fire Steel Golem could find me. On days 96 through 98, I returned to the surface of Orbis at a loss of where to go next. Look within myself? What is that supposed to mean? The final piece could be anywhere! Before I had long to ponder, my staff forced itself into my hand. What is this thing doing? It fired off a beam as if to point me in the right direction. Something was calling out to me. Is it trying to guide the way? Maybe I should follow it. I decided to follow the directions from my staff and jump into the water in front of me to see where it led. After a bit of time, I finally reached my destination. I was standing in the burnt remains of my Kweebec home where I first started my journey. Is there something here that can help me? I have to try. I decided to hone in on the power of my staff, hoping to crack the mystery. And to my surprise, the spirit of my father manifested before me.
It's good to see you again, son.
Dad? But the Fire Steel Golem killed you. How is this possible?
As a Kweebec, you have the power to connect with all lives, even those who passed on. We can't talk for long, but you're finally strong enough to speak to me again.
I have so much to tell you, but I don't even know where to start.
I've missed you too, but unfortunately, there isn't much time. You have to find the second half of the ultimate weapon before it's too late.
But where can I find it?
It's somewhere you've always known. Please, take this, and everything will become clear.
My father handed me a special pickaxe.
It looks like my time is running out. I must go.
But will I ever be able to see you again?
Maybe not, but know that I am always watching. I love you, son. You will save this world.
Without another word, my father vanished, once again leaving me alone in the remains of our home. If my dad says the weapon is close, then he must be right. It's time to start digging! On day 99, I explored the Kweebec village in hopes of finding the final piece of the ultimate weapon my father had told me about. I used my new pickaxe to dig through the area, but without a clear direction, I was getting nowhere. All I'm finding is dirt and cobble. Is there really an ultimate weapon here? Just then, I spotted a woodland statue standing in the remains of the village. Somehow, it had survived the attack from the Fire Steel Golem, and something about it was attracting me. This is my last chance to find the piece. Don't let me down now! I decided to dig by the statue, and to my surprise, my intuition was right. I uncovered the final piece of the ultimate weapon. I dropped the items on the floor outside, causing the pieces to fuse together, creating a legendary weapon unlike anything I had seen before. With this blade, I finally had the power I needed to strike down the Fire Steel Golem once and for all. This is it! My full potential! We did it, Dad!
Too bad you won't live to use it.
Suddenly, the ground shook under my feet. I turned and stood in awe as the Fire Steel Golem himself emerged before me.
At last I found you. You're not escaping this time. I'll make sure you're done for. And when you're out of the way, I'll finish my mission to burn this world to ash.
You're too late. I'm stronger than the seedling you saw on day 1.
You may have grown more powerful, but so have I. Nothing will stop me from finishing what I started.
Nothing except for me. It's time you paid for your crimes.
Very well, Kweebec. Give me your best, if you dare.
The time for the final battle had arrived. The two of us charged forward, prepared to decide the fate of Orbis right here and now. On day 100, I was locked in battle with the mob that started all of this. The time to avenge my people was now, and I wasn't gonna let it slip through my fingers. The Fire Steel Golem used his powerful fire attacks on me, proving just how strong he really was. Luckily for me, over the course of these last 100 days, I'd grown immensely in my own skills. I fought back with everything I had at my disposal, using my new Vine Twin daggers to do serious damage to my foe. The Fire Steel Golem did his best to fight back. I had reached my maximum power.
You really have grown. But I'm not going to let a lousy plant mob like you stop me.
The Fire Steel Golem tried to turn the tables, consuming the area in flames in hopes that the heat would overwhelm me. Thankfully, my new upgrades were enough for me to endure it, and I continued to fight. That won't work on me this time! I managed to get in close, taking out the ultimate weapon when I had the chance. Using my blade, I struck him down for massive damage.
No! Impossible! My armor is supposed to be unbreakable!
Maybe for a normal mob, but not for the chosen Kweebec. The golem was weak, and I took my chance to end this. With one final swing of my weapon, I defeated the evil beast once and for all, liberating Orbis from his evil. The flames around me vanished as I officially won the battle. The world was saved!